Hello, good day, sports fans, and welcome to Sports Clinic on Nigeria Live TV. My name is Appah, and of course, we're starting from the World Cup, where round of 32 matches have already started. We saw one match yesterday, and for South Africa taking on one of the host nations, Canada. It was a ding-dong affair, and on paper, you'd want to fancy any side. You wouldn't just come out and say South Africa will win or Canada would win, but a late goal there. It came very late, like added time. That was when Canada were able to get their goal, and match ended 1-0. And for South Africa, they will be coming back to South Africa because their World Cup is over. But we have other juicy round of 32 matches that we will see. Yeah, we'll see today, but let's take some of them. Let's talk about some of them where we will see the Netherlands take on Morocco. That's a very tough one. On paper, you want to always mention the Netherlands, but football is not just being played on paper. It's not about, in fact, it's not being played on paper at all. It's what would happen that day, is how you perform that day. And I don't get why most people try to underrate this Moroccan side. They are very good. On their day, they can defeat any team in the world. Yes, be it Spain, be it Germany, be it whoever you want to call, be it Argentina. That's how I see them. I know I'm going too far. I know, as I mentioned, the world champions Argentina, but I'm just trying to say that Morocco, tactically, the players and otherwise, they have what it takes to cause damage to the hopes of any other nation. So, taking on the Netherlands, Netherlands have been in superb form, apart from their first match that they dropped points against Japan, where they played a 2-2 draw. But after that, they've been very emphatic, and is a team that has been full of goals. One of the highest scoring sides in the World Cup. You have to give it to the Netherlands. Well, it's very interesting. I fancy Morocco to at least do the needful. If it goes the way of Morocco, I'd not be surprised. But also, if it goes the way of the Netherlands, of course, some would say as expected. But let's talk about the one that would see Germany take on Paraguay. Germany, Paraguay, I'd say this one will be played on paper. I don't know why I'm saying this one will be played on paper. The pedigree, Germany, Paraguay, you always just want to mention Germany. Yes, Germany, that's what you want to say. I don't see no reason why the Germans would not win this one. It's a knockout match, and it's different from group stage matches. That's one thing I know that we have to understand. Group stage matches are different from knockout matches. Maybe during the group stage, maybe Paraguay, they've not been fantastic. They've not done very well. We might see a surprise. I don't know, but I'm sticking with Germany. On this one. I feel like they'll get the job against Paraguay. Might not be easy, might be easy, but I know that they will advance, be it on penalties, be it the match going into extra time or so. I know that they will advance, but football might just play out, so just watch out for that. But I would also see Brazil take on Japan for this Japanese side. For the fact that one of their key players could not make it to the World Cup because of injury. That's Brighton's Mitoma. Yeah, Mitoma is one player that I personally, I love him so much. Yeah, I love Mitoma so much. The way he dribbles, the way he carries the ball. In fact, everything about him. But it's very sad that he would not be playing. He's not part of the Japan squad, and they've already had to live with that. I've seen some of their matches, and especially against the Netherlands, it was after they went behind. That was when I saw them, like, they were able to come out and string some passes together. Other than that, I feel like they are too pragmatic. They are just too pragmatic. Yes, I feel like they have the players to come out and play good football, but they be too reserved. Yeah, they be too reserved. But taking on this Brazilian side, that looks like some people want to add the word they are back. Yeah, resurgent Brazilian side. I won't use that word yet until maybe they get to the semi-finals or so. That's when, or quarterfinals, I might want to take them serious by then. But for now, not yet. I don't really fancy them that much yet. But taking on Japan, it will be a very interesting one. I think I'll see that one. Among all the ties, Netherlands, Morocco, and Brazil, Japan, I think these are the biggest matches here. These are the biggest matches. So please just do well to see any of these matches. You can see, for those of us that were denied visa, so we could not be in the US, Canada, or Mexico, we have no choice than just to talk sports here. But that was on a lighter note. But let's leave football, and let's talk tennis, where Wimbledon starts today. Yeah, and there's some crunchy matches. Yeah, that ties rather that you'd want to see. Let me start. Let me just take out some of them where we'll see Yannick Sinner versus Mimio Kachmanovic. Yeah, we'll see that. And also in the WTA, we'll see Ariana Sabalenka, the world number 1, taking on Teodora Kustovic. Yeah, it looks like only one winner. Of course, first rounds, there can be upsets, but I don't expect it now. We saw it in the French Open where so many upsets, but it didn't start from the first set. So I don't know if this one will start from the first set. And also, let's also not forget that there will be no Carlos Alcaraz in this one because of injury. But we'll see Novak Djokovic take on Jubin Wu. Yeah, we'll see that one. Then we'll see Yelena Ostapenko. She will take on Ariel Dat. Then Marin Cilic will take on Daniil Medvedev. I used to love this guy a lot. Yes, I thought maybe he would be the next big player after Novak Djokovic and Rafael Nadal. So I felt like, okay, he would be up there with the likes of Stefanos Tsitsipas, Matteo Berrettini, Rublev, and you name them, but they ended up just pretending. Apart from Zverev that was able to get one Grand Slam in the recent French Open. But I will see in the WTA where Magdalena, she will be taking on Mira Andreeva, the French Open champion. I will see all that. But before we go, let's take transfers. Yeah, let's take transfers where for Chelsea, they are very serious about Xhaka of Sunderland. They've had a bid rejected already. Yeah, £8 million have been rejected. You know, people have been complaining about Chelsea not signing experienced players, that it has been more of 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds feel like it can't work just with these young guys only without the experience. That there should be a blend of experience and the other part. But Xhaka, I think it would be a very good signing for Chelsea. Very good signing. We saw what he did with Sunderland last season after leaving Bayer Leverkusen, and most people felt he was too old for the English Premier League, and also the chances of Sunderland beating the job. He said no, he will be relegated with Sunderland, but it didn't happen. He had a very fantastic season, and if you ask me, I'd call him one of the signings of the season. But it's not over because Chelsea will still put in another bid, and for Xhaka, he wants to be reunited with his former coach, that is Xabi Alonso. So let's see how that will pan out. And before we leave Chelsea, they will get about 17 million euros from Enzo Maresca's move to Manchester City, being the permanent manager of Manchester City. Yeah, so it has been resolved, and it's breaking news though. He's now the manager of Manchester City. It's official, and on a 3-year contract. Yeah, it has been there since, but we're just asking when will it happen. It's a question of when will it happen, but they've settled, they've done everything that they need to do and settle Chelsea, pay Chelsea what they have to pay Chelsea. I think that was what was holding the deal back. So it has been sorted out. So he's the new Manchester City manager. And for Manchester United, nothing much for now, apart from the fact that Ugarte looks to be sidelined till maybe the end of the year. Yeah, Manuel Ugarte. We all saw how Ugarte got that injury while playing for Uruguay in the World Cup, and I think United were looking to offload him, sell him. But with this injury situation, I think it will change things, and it will change your transfer plan. They've only gotten, not official yet, but Edison from Atalanta, and they were looking at Matthias Fernandes, and it has not really been working. We don't know what has been slowing that deal down, but with this Ugate's injury, I don't know if they would have to speed in things up. But don't worry, we'll keep you abreast with Manchester United, Chelsea, whatever comes up, Arsenal too, Liverpool, whatever you want to say. But talking about Liverpool, before I go, John Monday choosing Paris Saint-Germain over Liverpool. I said it here a couple of times ago that the player wants PSG, but Liverpool are very serious, showing their interest in the player, maybe trying to convince the player that you should choose us over Paris Saint-Germain. But I know I've seen reports that he came out to say that he would prefer that. Not like he wouldn't want to play in the Premier League, but he would prefer that, maybe the language barrier and everything. So let's see if PSG will put in that 100+ million euros transfer fee and get their man off. RB Leipzig, they're like, okay, even if he doesn't get to that amount, then it has to be a deal that he will stay on loan next season at RB Leipzig. But that's all we have for you guys for now. But please always keep watching this space, because whatever comes up, we'll be the first to give it to you. And my name is Appah. Please, before you go, do well to like, share, and subscribe. Enjoy the rest of your day.